For this struggling mother, she lives hand to mouth. With 2 hungry children, she is one of the 60,000 people in Yorkshire who've used food banks this year, that figure being 3 times higher than in 2013.
Sometimes I'll wake up on a Sunday and I will literally have £5 in my purse. And I think, right, what can I do with £5?
Not much when you're living on the breadline. 1 in 5 mothers in Britain, just like Jeanette, regularly skip meals just to feed their children.
You want to make nutritional meals for your kids. You hear it all the time on the TV, how they should be eating the 5 a day and fresh meats. But, you know, sometimes you just literally can't do it.
From the outside, you wouldn't even know. But here at the Fair Share Food Warehouse in Barnsley, they've already given out over 3,000 food parcels this year alone. Inside, volunteers are hard at work making sure there's enough supplies to fill food banks across South Yorkshire, providing basic provisions to the county's hungriest people.
A lot of the people that come to food banks have stories which are really heartbreaking, and we've had people coming to food banks who've been forced to choose between eating and feeding their children, and that's something we see very regularly.
Food banks are struggling because there's more people using them who are in low-paid and insecure jobs. Experts are placing the blame on the government's welfare system and rising living costs.
We are seeing a lot more families telling us that they have to make this difficult choice between things like eating and heating, putting food on the table or paying the bills. A part of this is driven by problems in benefit administration, sanctions being applied often inappropriately that leave people having to go to food banks.
But with Christmas just around the corner, Jeanette will have to stretch her small shop assistant wage even further.
It kind of controls you a little bit. It kind of takes over your life. Because when you're going week to week to week on a small amount, you're thinking, right, I'm going to get this money on Tuesday. And I'll do a list, right, this has got to be paid out, this has got to be paid out, right, that leaves me that much for shopping. It takes over your thinking for most of the week.
But for now, the single mother's main focus remains on trying to solve the puzzle of where her next meal is coming from. Shannon Cook, Shoe TV News.